Is my voice audible? Hi, how are you? So I can see one new attendee in class today, that is Satish. Hi Satish, how are you? Good to see you. I guess this is your first class. And hi everyone else as well. So how are you doing today? Satish, I guess this is your first class. Please respond in the chat box. So what we are going to do today, let me enlighten you on that. Okay. Fakhruddin, Sandeep, Farooq and Mohammed Nihal. First of all, what we are going to do, let's do one reading task. Okay, you have to read this and then you have to write the short summary for this. Is it clear? And then after this, we are going to continue with the HR thing. Okay, the new topic in HR. Is it clear? Is it clear what we are going to do today? So 360-degree appraisal I have already finished. Today we are going to do job design and quality of work life. Okay. Okay. So first of all, just read this. Okay. First of all, you have to read it from it. Okay. Till triggers. Okay. So please read it carefully. Is it clear, everyone? Satish, Farooq, Sandeep, two Farooqs are there. Fakhruddin and Mohammed. Yeah. So please go ahead and read it. Yeah. So please do it. Please read it properly. So hi Prabhavati, how are you? So today, Prabhavati, we are going to continue with this. Last time we have finished 360-degree appraisal. We are just left out with one point in that itself. So we'll cover that. Okay, and we'll also cover two new topics under HR, which is job design and quality work life. But before that, you have to read the passage which is there on the board from it till triggered. Okay, and then you have to write the short summary for this. It's a bit long, so you won't be able to see it in one go. After triggers, you have to read from how till beneficial. Fine? Fine, Prabhavati? So start reading this, okay? And then once you're done, just let me know. And Satish, are you there? Please respond in the chat box. I guess this is your first class. Okay, so you are being done. How about others? Mohammed Nihal is being done. How about others? Are you still doing it? So see, Mohammed Nihal, just wait for 3 to 4 minutes more. Let others finish it, and then I'm going to scroll it down. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. more to scroll it down. Now you have to read from how, okay, to office, okay. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, cool. Just do it, please. Okay, Soni Kumar. Hi, Soni Kumar. How are you? I guess this is your first class. I haven't seen you before. Soni Kumar, are you able to hear me? Soni Kumar and Satish. G Satish K. Please let me know in the chat box if you are able to hear me or not. G Satish K and Soni Kumar. And others, please pay heed to the board. Prabha, are you reading it? Prabha? Muhammad Farooq Fakhruddin. Okay, so welcome to the class, Soni Kumar. And see, let me enlighten you on my identity. Okay, this is Garima and I teach business English. Okay, and I also teach HR. Okay, and I do teach case studies as well. Okay, so I would request you to be regular in class so that you can take the advantage of live classes. And if at any point of time you are not able to follow anything, you can raise your hands or you can even post your queries in the chat box. As of now, we are doing this small reading task. Okay, the passage is very much there on the board. Everyone has to read that and then you have to write the short summary for this. After that, we are going to switch over to the HR thing. Okay, is it clear, Soni? Okay, okay. And for the classes you have missed, you can see the recordings. Okay. Okay. Is everyone done? Should I scroll it down? Now let's read it. Let's read the last part of that. You have to read it from 1 till beneficial. Okay. Okay. So read from there till beneficial, and once you are done, just let me know. I'm going to paste the last part of this. Yeah. What are you asking, Prabhavati? Okay, getting up and down to ease stiff muscles or keeping stress relief toys such as a stress ball in your office and squeeze it to the them. So there are stress relieving toys you find in markets. I'm going to show it to you. Wait. You get those toys. I'll just show it to you with something of this kind. There are so many toys they sell. Okay. Like this they sell on Amazon. I have got that. Okay. Something of this kind. Like you are angry, so you can take out your anger on the toy and you can hit it and you can squeeze it. Something of that kind. Something of this kind. I have got this. Okay. It's okay, Pradarshana. This is the toy. This is a stress relieving toy, Prabhavati. It's okay, Darshana. We are doing a passage first, okay? So they are on the last part of it. Prabha, just click on that image. I hope everyone is done till beneficial. Are you done till beneficial? Are you done till beneficial? How about others? Sony is done. How about others? How about others? Okay, cool. Now let's do the last part of it and then you can write the summary. This is the last part. Sorry, I'm just going to put it here. No, not this one. Okay, I'm just going to put it. The last part. So stress at work. Yeah, last part. No. Therefore, when stress, okay. Yes. So this is the last part. Yes, this is the last part. Please read it. Just read it and I won't ask you to write the summary, okay? Because others have not read it who have joined late. So just read it and retain the information, okay? Now, and then we are going to switch on to HR, okay? Fine, everyone. Sandeep, Mohammed, Prabhavati, Soni, Darshana, Fakrudeen, G. Satish. Okay. So are you done with this much? Have you read this part? Everyone out there. Okay, let's switch off. We are going to switch on to the next topic, that is job design. Now, what job design is? So what are things we are going to do under this? Okay, what is job design? Elements of job design, 5 core job characteristics, approaches to job design, tools of job design, current trends. What we have done 360-degree appraisal last time, right? So I hope you remember what 360-degree appraisal is, right, everyone? We have learned about the various scales on which they analyze your progress, appraisal, whether you are worthy of getting appraisal or not, right? So let's do this topic summary. So what is job design? The organization of activities to create the optimum level of performance. Okay. So what happens in an office? They organize activities to create the optimum level of performance. Elements of job design: task analysis, workers analysis, environment analysis. Now, what is task analysis? Determines what task will be done, how each task will be done, how the tasks fit together to form a job. Clear? What is task analysis? I mean, what task, first of all, before doing something, you have to decide what has to be done, and then how each task has to be done, and how the tasks fit together to form a job. This is task analysis. Workers analysis determines the capabilities the worker must possess, responsibilities the workers will have. Okay, so workers analysis, if I'm analyzing a worker, okay, then I will analyze the capabilities the worker must possess to fulfill, Okay, the capabilities the worker must have to fulfill, like fulfill his to fulfill his job requirements. Okay, responsibilities the worker will have if he is being appointed. Environmental analysis, used to analyze physical environment including location, lighting, temperature, noise, ventilation. If you are working somewhere, you are a worker, okay, your productivity will be affected if lighting is not good, temperature is not up to the mark. That's why we have, centralized ACs, in all offices, and heaters for to combat with, cold, right? Noise is too much noise is there. Ventilation is not proper. Okay, so when you work for MNC or when you work for any good offices, they will take care of all these stuff, right? Because if these things are being affected, they are on a negative tone, then it will affect your productivity as a employee, right, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Any questions for me? Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, great. Now, 5 core job characteristics: skill variety, task identity, task significance, autonomy, job feedback, approaches to job design, scientific management, behavior approach, that is job enlargement, job enrichment, and job rotation. So what is this job rotation? Can anyone enlighten me on this? What is job rotation? Shift, yeah, shifting. Yes, giving another profile. Job enrichment and job enlargement. What is that? Yeah, yeah, additional responsibility, correct. Very correct. Scientific management and another, now advantages of specialization: simplifies training, high productivity, low wage cost. Disadvantages of specialization: difficult to motivate quality, worker dissatisfaction. Okay, can you see the next slide? Now, what is job enlargement? Advantages: increase scope. So if they are enlarging the job, okay, it will increase the scope, but it is not, the disadvantages is it is not going to have any challenge. Is my voice audible? Okay. Now, job enrichment. Advantages: lower staff turnover, less absenteeism. I'm going to explain you all these stuff in brief, okay? So just wait for a while. Let me read it and then I'm going to explain it to you. Now, job rotation. Advantages: reduces boredom, okay? Broadens experience, gives broad understanding. Disadvantages is increased training costs, reduced productivity, demotivates specialists. So see, if they are doing job rotation, it will be advantageous for me because I would be, I am one employee. Okay, so it is going to reduce boredom because working on the same profile every day, it is going to, I'm going to encounter boredom. So to reduce that, job rotation is important. It is going to broaden my experience because I will be working on array of technologies. Okay, and it is going to give me a broad understanding too. Now, but there are disadvantages associated with everything which is going to have an advantage. It will increase the training cost because once they are doing job rotation and they are sending me for another profile, it is going, they need to train me on that. So it is going to increase training cost, reduces productivity, Demotivate specialist. If I am a specialist on a certain technology and they are doing job rotation, what is going to happen? Obviously, it will demotivate me because I am very good at one specific thing. Fine. Is it clear, everyone? Any questions for me? Anyone out there? Yes, please let me know. Okay. Fakrudin, do you have a question for me? Please let me know in the chat box. Just write it down in the chat box. The question you have for me. Okay. Social technical system. Job should be reasonable, demanding. Employee should be able to continue learning on the job. Okay. See, because once you join something and your learning thing stops, then you won't be beneficial for the company either, right? And it is going to hinder your progress too, right, everyone? Employees need recognition in workplace. Employees need to relate what they produce to their social life. Now, what are the tools of job design? Process flowchart, motion study, work measurement, stopwatch time study, standard element times, work sampling, learning curve. Now, process flowchart exercise. Divide in groups of 3 or 4. Make a flowchart for the following process. Okay, quick copy store does copying job for walk-in customers. When a customer comes in with a copy job, a desk operator files out a work order, that is name, number of copies, quality of paper and so on, and places if it is in a box. An operator subsequently picks up the job, make the copies and returns the completed job to the cashier where the job transaction is completed. This is the process flowchart. Fine. Now, so let's move ahead to the next part, quality of work life. So what do you understand? Like this question, this is a very general question. What does it mean? Why am I asking you this question? What kind of quality should be there at workplace? Why we expect a certain quality, okay, when it comes to a workplace? What we expect from our workplace? Please answer this question in the form of one-liner. What kind of quality we expect, what kind of a workplace we demand for, please let me know. What kind of a workplace we demand for? Prabhavati, what kind of a workplace we demand for? Soni, Darshana, Mohammed, Sandeep, Satish, Fakrudin. And why we, no, what kind of a workplace we demand for? This is my question, please. See, everyone wants their workplace to be quiet, to be eco-friendly, to be, employee-friendly, okay? Because if it is not there, it is going to affect my productivity, right? If there is less space at my workplace, too many employees are there and the room is quite small, it is going to affect my mental well-being, right? If my co-workers are not, they are not motivating, they don't support me. In that case too, it is going to affect my productivity. Yes. Workplace which gives opportunity to grow and employee friendly. Yeah, it should be eco-friendly. It should have good furnitures. It should be, it should be peaceful, right? There should be less noise, right? People should be working around you, should be motivated. Because this leads to the well-being of the employee, and the employee is happy, okay, and they are having a mental peace, then it can increase their productivity. right? And they will be beneficial for the company, right everyone? Now, where we are, understand what motivates worker in general. There is something which motivates you. See, some people, they get work workaholic. See, there is some drive. We go to office every day. We go to same office every day, but there is something which keeps, which is a kind of a drive, which motivates us to go there. What is that? Yes, tell me. Answer in one word. We go to the same place every day for work. So, there's a kind of drive to go there at a specific time every day, right? So what is that drive? What drives you to go to the office every day? Yes, Prabha, Satish, Fakrudin, Darshana. I think money, because they give you salary, right? What else? Because of salary you go there, right? What else? There could be so many reasons, not only salary. What else? Environment. For Darshana is saying good work, right? We get addicted to our work. We just cannot sit idle, right? Yeah, money, love for the work, freedom at work, the sense of being me. You are the part of the team. So you are addicted to that part. You have got a role to play. You are addicted to that, right? You just cannot live without it. It's the part of your life. And you feel incomplete without that, right? Yeah. Where we want to be. Understand how health and stress work into the picture of employee satisfaction and engagement. Okay. If the environment where you are working, is stressful, then in that case, you won't feel the urge to go to that place, right? You'll refrain yourself from going there every day, right? In that case, if they are offering you, work from home opportunity, you'll say, okay, I'll work from home rather, okay? Right? To escape out this stress, right? Now, how do we know how we are doing? How does stress tends to affect employees' performance? See, stress is the reason. Stress is, very, like stress is whenever there is a stress, it is going to affect our quality of work, because it is going to affect our mental well-being, right? Now, safety, health, stress, and the bottom line. Why should employers care about employees' safety and health as a performance management issue? See, nowadays you might have seen the offices they build. It is being built on a specific plan which ensures that it's comforting. It gives comfort to the employees, right? It is safe. It's safe for the employees as well. It's health friendly, right? Right, everyone? Why? Because if the employees are having a good health and they are safe at the environment where they are working, it is going to lead to a better performance at their end, right? What responsibilities do employers have to look out for their employees' well-being? Because because of employees are the ones who are driving their business, who are bringing them profit. So if they are not going to care about their well-being, it is going to affect their health, and directly or indirectly their productivity will decrease, right? So they are going to incur losses, the company people. That's why you might have seen nowadays they have centralized ACs, so that it can give you comfort when it's like extreme summers outside. During winters you will find heaters. They have gyms. Okay, to escape out boredom, you're going to see different types of games at offices, right? There are so many things, right? So these things not only motivate you, but it ensures good health, right? And this keeps you tied up to the company, and it also regulates your stress level, right everyone? Am I correct? Am I correct? How about others? Please respond. Don't hesitate in saying something. Now, safety, health, stress, and the bottom line. Psychological, physiological, psychological, and behavior. So physiological, increased use of sick days and vacations. See, if the environment at office is stressful, you're going to get sick every now and then, and you are going to use, you are going to take leaves often. You are going to take leaves often, right? You will have low levels of energy and motivation if the environment is stressed, right? Sometimes it may lead to drug abuse symptoms as well, right? And if the environment is stressful, whether it's work or home, it is going to, you will find it difficult to concentrate, right? And it is going to reduce you. If you are stressed out, you cannot be creative, right? It affects your creative level, right? And the output you are delivering, right, everyone? And if there is so much stress around you, then you will be dissatisfied and it will lead to resentment too, right? Prabha, you are not responding. Are you not liking the topic? What is the issue? So, no, no, don't say sorry. Are you not liking it? Are you not able to follow me? Please let me know, Prabha. What is the issue? Yeah. Okay, so let's have few minutes break. Okay, I'm going to give you a break for a few minutes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now I won't stress you. Otherwise, it is going to affect your participants in class. Okay. So take few minutes break. I don't mind it. Please. If you need it, just ask me for the same. Okay. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. So take your time. I mean, you can just de-stress yourself in these 2 minutes. Happen. Just enjoy your break. Okay. We'll be back in 1 minute. I'm back. Yeah. Kazi, sometimes I could not attend the class due to my work, so I left something. Is there any alternative, something like record? Yes, Kazi, you can see the recordings for the classes. It is very much there in the portal. Okay. So you can see the recordings, and still you have any issues, you can ask in the class later on. Fine. Fakrudeen and Kazi. Let's continue with this. Okay. So see, if you are stressed out at work, okay, it is going to lead to lower performance, anger and violence towards co-workers, and more grievances in union settings, right? Yeah, thank you so much. Am I correct? Okay, now stress at work. Think about the ways that workplace or school can be stressful. How do you personally cope up with these stresses? What does your organization do to help reduce the extent which you experience stress? So see, now think about the ways that workplace or school can be stressful. So how can workplace be stressful if the co-workers are not supportive? You can just give one-liners. How can the workplace be stressful? How can it be stressful? Okay. Yeah, yeah. And how do you personally cope up with these stressors? See, you just cannot escape out work, so you have to cope up with it, right? So, but by some or other means, you try to cope up with it. Some people do yoga regularly, or sometimes, if you see that like this thing is heated up, the environment is heated up at a workplace, you take a break, you go somewhere else, okay, you go to the gym, and then once the matter is sorted out, you come back, right? In between, you can just try, gym at the office or something of that kind, right? Or you can take a coffee break, right? But organization also have got, they also try to reduce the stress at work. Okay. Integra 2000 survey showed 65% of the workers said that workplace stress has caused difficulties. 10% said that they work in an atmosphere where physical violence has occurred because of job stress. So if there is a job stress, there are more chances of physical violence, right? 29% had yelled at co-workers because of the workplace stress, right? So sometimes you start taking, co-workers, as your enemy because of stress, and you start yelling at them, right? 14% said they work where machinery or equipment has been damaged because of the workplace rage. So if you are not angry with the workplace environment, then you can even damage the equipment intentionally, right? Right? Yeah. 2% admitted. See, we don't take stress, Darshana. It just builds up. I am a very lively person, frankly speaking. See, but sometimes even I get stressed because things are not supporting, and we can absorb stress till extent to an extent, and after that it is going to build up and it is going to cause destruction. So we just don't do it intentionally. It's not like I'm not into the habit of getting stressed, but it just happens. If the things are not working as per my expectations, obviously stress is going to build up. You just cannot rule out the possibility of that, right? Okay. 2% admits that they actually personally struck someone. 19% has quit a previous position because of job stress. So sometimes, if the company is not able to, manage the stress at work, then what is going to happen? The good employee might quit, right? So this again, they'll have to hire someone, they'll have to train them. So this is not in their welfare, right? 62% routinely find that they end the day with work-related neck pain. 44% reported stressed out eyes, right? 38% complained of hurting hands. 34% reported difficulty in sleeping because they were, see, sometimes if you get overstressed, you find it very difficult, to sleep at home once you go back home, right? And sometimes you don't even feel the urge to eat because of that, right? 12% has called in sick because of job stress. So these are the results of Integra's 2000 survey related to, stress at work. Now, yeah, politics is also the reason behind stress. Sometimes, they might be doing politics, so you might not be able to absorb it. In that case, you find you won't take it positively, I would say. Now, on the job or task demands like workload and responsibility. Sometimes, they lay down a lot of responsibility at your shoulders. I mean, you have to do the job of two persons, together. Like you are one and they just put the responsibility of two people at your shoulders. In that case, you'll be stressed out, Interpersonal conflict, management, sometimes, management doesn't support you. In that case, you get stressed out. Physical risk, off the job, financial distress, sometimes, you bring off the job stress in job, right? You are stressed out at home. Now your kids might not be listening to you, or your spouse you might be having, fight with the spouse or something. It could be something. Now you're going to bring the same stress at work also, right? This is what we do. See, everyone says that keep your personal and professional life, don't link it up, right? Don't link it up. But still, the stress which is built, I am the same person. I am the housewife. I am working at office. Okay. So I am just one person. How can you even expect me to keep it out from work? It is going to be there in my mind. The housewife is having issues at home. Okay. Now she's coming to the job. She's going to bring the same stress, right? Right, everyone? This is the reality of life. You just cannot escape out. It's very hard to keep both of them, separate, because you are one person. So how you can keep it separate? Now, work-life conflict as a stressor. Definition. Competing demands from work and family. Now, you are a father or a mother and at the same spouse, okay, and at the same time you are holding some responsibility at work. So family is demanding, everyday demand is going to change, and work also needs, like a lot of, expects a lot from you as a worker. So this is going to put you in stress, okay? You feel scattered, right, in between the two roles, right? Become a large issue when dual career couples and shifting expectations for the family life increased. Okay. Examples of conflict include scheduling problems, exhaustion, take home to work with you, and taking work home with you. Sometimes you are not able to do the work at office, so you take it home with you. In that case, it is going to lead to stress. The spouse is going to complain. The kids are going to explain. They are going to complain about it. So this is going to take stress to the next level, I can say, right? And you cannot compare, it's not like you can separate it, as I told earlier. Okay, stress at work leads to stress at home and vice versa, right? The stress you are having at home, you're going to take it to the office, and vice versa. This is very common, right? You feel torn in between the two roles, I can say. Now, work-life conflict as a stressor. Research investigating negative work-family conflicts examined over 18,000 Finnish workers, medically certified absences as an outcome variable with a self-reported work-family conflict as a predictor. Results. Those who reported high levels of work-family conflicts took 1.4 times more certified sickness absences than those who reported low levels of work-family. So if there is a conflict in between your personal life and professional life, you are going to take more leave. You are going to get sick often. Okay. Effects were especially strong among blue collar and low level among white collar people. See, when it comes to blue collar people, lower level people, they use their physical energy to work, and white collar people, they use mental energy. So those who are using their physical energy, they get exhausted easily, right, as compared to the ones who are using just their mind. Okay. Okay, so field workers get tired more as compared to people who are sitting in front of computers, right? So this is going to lead to stress, more stress, and they're going to take that stress home, and then it is going to affect their life. It is going to affect both the lives, professional and personal. Research investigating work-life conflicts. Now, examine database of 1367 individuals working in 126 different occupations. Surveys were conducted over a number of years. Occupational demands that increased work-life conflict. Sometimes, work is very demanding. It gets more and more demanding every day. In that case, what is going to happen? It is going to make your personal life stressed as well. Work that is highly interdependent, responsibility for others, strong time demands, inflexible schedules. Sometimes, you have inflexible schedules at office. You have to stay back for a longer period of time. In that case, the family is going to get very furious, and it is going to lead to, like stress at home as well, right? Right? Now, physical stages of stress response. Stressor is something which is going to cause stress. Okay? Hypothalamus and pituitary, these two are glands. Adrenal, stomach, thymus, lymph node, white blood cells. Okay. So the biological stress response is studied by removing glands from the animals and injecting them with hormones to determine when and how various physiological responses are produced. Okay. So what they're trying to say, notice that nervous system is not involved at all. The stress reactions described by cell is entirely an action of the endocrine system. So I am saying, see, is my voice okay now? Is my voice okay now? See, when you are stressed or when you are not stressed, it has nothing to do with the nervous system. It has to do with the endocrine system. Endocrine system is gland system, hormonal system. Fine. When you get stressed out, the level of hormones, it gets disturbed, and that's why stress. You feel stressed. Okay, and vice versa. It has nothing to do with nervous system. Fine. See, stressor is something in the environment which causes stress, right? And what is strain? The negative physical and emotional consequence of, if you are exposed to stressor, you will feel strain. Okay? Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? What is a stressor and strain? Now let me elaborate on stress now. What is a stress? A non-specific physical response to a large variety of both positive and negative environmental pressures. There are two types of stresses. Eustress is a good stress. Okay, this stress is going to build up motivation associated with challenges and pressures that can be met. Okay, distress is a bad stress associated with hindrances and problems that cannot be resolved in a satisfactory way. So did you understand the difference between eustress? Eustress can be, it's the stress, a challenge that can be meet out, that we can meet out. But in case of a distress, you just cannot resolve it in a satisfactory way, and if you cannot resolve anything, obviously it is going to build up more stress in you. Fine? Is it clear? Great. Important stress concept. Hindrance stressors. What is a hindrance stressor? Induced by hassles, boredom, red tape, confusion about responsibility. So hindrance stressor is which is going to hinder your progress. Okay, it's like boredom, confusion. If you're not, you are confused about your responsibilities, it is going to lead to stress. Okay, that reduce productive responses related to negative physical symptoms, dissatisfaction, and poor performance. Fine. Is it clear? What is a hindrance stressor? Is it clear? Okay. Challenge stressor, induced by difficult assignment. So if I'm getting a difficult assignment suddenly out of the blue kind of a thing, then obviously it is going to challenge me. Pressure to perform, autonomy, and other factors that increase productive. So challenge stressor is going to increase your productive responses, and hindrance stressor is going to decrease your productive responses, right? So, and challenge stressor is related to satisfaction and positive performance. Okay. And hindrance stressor is going to lead to poor performance. I hope you understand the difference between the two now. Any questions so far? Anyone out there? Okay. Okay, fine, cool. Now, we are also going to have one class at 9:30, which is a case study class. So, you want to continue with the HR or you want me to cover the case study? Whichever one is applicable to you. Whichever one you want to do, I'll go with the majority. Okay, so I'm going to continue with another topic. Okay, because others are saying it. Okay, now let's move ahead. Reacting to stress, coping. How to cope up with the stress? Severity of, okay. See, if you can solve the problem at that very instance, then obviously it won't lead to more stress, right? And if you're not able to solve it on your own, then in that case, what you can do, you can obviously take the help of others, right? See, rather than avoiding it, just try to solve it. That's what I can say, right? What makes stress less stressful? Stress is a part of life. You just cannot rule out the possibility of stress. So how to make it less stressful? Individuals in central London during World War II experienced only low-grade stress illness in response to bombings. Those in suburbs who experience infrequent and unpredictable bombings have most stress-related illness. Individuals who are undergoing challenging work conditions initially show the full set of physiological shifts related to stress, but with repeated exposure, arousal decreases as the organism habituates. Okay, so how to make it less stressful is like, you should have a courage to fight with it. You just don't hide it, just fight with it, right? Rats who have a liver to turn off shock experience much less stress than those who are shocked for the same duration without a liver. If you take the liver away from a rat who is used to it, stress goes through the roof. Similarly, results with humans exposed to a very loud noises. Verified in occupational samples, demands are much, okay. So what is happening is this, how we can make the stress less stressful is like deal with it at that very moment, right? Don't hide it, don't let it linger on, otherwise it is going to take a, big shape, fine? And just do work every day rather than just thinking that I'm going to do it on the last day. Many people, they don't study for the entire year, they just study on the last day and it builds up stress. So why to do that? And just try to do one at a time, okay? Just try to finish everything within deadlines, okay? Just keep your impulses in control, right? Sometimes we feel the urge to sit at office and gossip. This should not be done, right? You should participate fully so that you are able to follow it, okay? Otherwise there'll be, see, if you are stressed out and if it is affecting your confidence level and productivity level, what is going to happen? You will have less opportunities. It is going to lead to termination, right? So you have to keep yourself in control, okay? There are so many distractions all around, right? And if you are falling prey to those distractions, you will never be, take your work seriously. And if you're not taking something seriously, what is going to happen? You won't be able to finish it within deadlines, okay? And more work is going to pile up on your desk. Obviously, it is going to lead to stress. Fine? Okay. So we are going to do the remaining things in the next class, okay? I think we are done with this. They have just shared some studies, okay? Now, after this, the sole basis behind teaching you this is, stress is a part of life. You cannot say that you can keep the personal stress at bay from work. It is likely to get mingled. So just try to deal with the problem at that very instance rather than, just letting it pile up. Otherwise, it is going to choke up your progress. It won't let you prosper well, right? It is going to affect both your personal life and professional life. Fine? Now, in the next class, I'll tell you what we are going to do in the next class. Let me share it with you. It's at 9:30 p.m. IST. So we have done about this. Last time we were doing about international business, right? Managing in a global environment, right? Right. This is what we were doing. Okay. Managing change is what we are going to do in the next class. I don't think we have done it earlier. No, I think we have done this earlier, managing change, right? Yeah, total quality management, productivity and total quality management. This is what we are going to cover in next class. Yeah, so this is what we are going to do. That is the part of HR, Prabhavati, total quality management, TQM. Major contributors to TQM, productivity and total quality management. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Is it fine, Prabhavati? Okay. So thank you so much. Don't forget to fill the feedback form. Okay, just put genuine comments there. And for your information, those people who are not able to attend class because they are at work, they can see the recording. The recording is available for each and every class. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi Prabha, welcome back again. So don't forget to fill the feedback form, and that chapter is from HR only. Okay. Fine. Okay. So see ya in next class. Take care. Bye.